Today, I want to walk through a shift that they've been tiptoeing around, even though honestly, the evidence is right in front of our face. SaaS, it's not slowing down. It's getting eaten alive, cannibalized. Now, you've probably seen the Adventist Advisors growth chart that has been being circulated just a little bit. If you do, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The trend isn't subtle. It's a cliff. We went from 36% growth to 12%. Almost a decade of down and to the right. Now the forecasts say we're headed to 11% and falling. It's not a bad quarter or two. It's a cyclical slowdown. It's a structural shift. It's like SaaS is starting to look less like this, whoa, high growth engine and more like your mom and dad's utilities. It's durable, but maybe necessary, but no longer where the upside lives. And the reason is, well, it's right there. AI is cannibalizing the very work SaaS used to monetize. SaaS was built to capture workflows. AI, it's kind of built to eliminate them. And one of these things is going to win and the other is not. And you're watching that play out in real time. Okay, but let's make this more tangible. Let's talk about things that don't show up in the chart, but every operator feels in their gut. First, SaaS used to sell workflows, AI sells outcomes. That is a huge difference. In the old model, the tool was the product. You paid for the interface so your team could do the work. In the AI model, the agents do the work inside the tool. So the tool stops being the product and the labor becomes the product. That's so good. That's so powerful. This is a big problem for SaaS. If you're selling software seats and someone else is selling the outcome of those seats, you know exactly how that story ends. Second, budgets are leaving SaaS and they're flowing to digital labor. This isn't really theoretical. CFOs aren't buying more seats. They're buying fewer humans. AI fits that agenda. SaaS doesn't. Investors feel it too. The capital that funded 2 decades of SaaS expansion is really being reallocated to AI-first companies that generate leverage, not headcount. Next is this feature parity has really wiped out differentiation. I remember when CRM products used to sound different from each other. CX platforms too, marketing automation platforms, yeah, of course. But today they're essentially UI skins with identical feature sets. I'm not saying AI caused that, but it might have helped expose it. Once models start doing the work, every SaaS interface starts to look like the same, covering the same generic actions. Enterprise really hit peak SaaS years ago. There isn't an executive in the Fortune 500 who wants more software subscriptions. Sorry, there isn't. They want fewer. They're consolidating and cutting 20, 40% of their stack where they can. Every CIO I talk to has the same mandate. Reduce complexity, reduce costs, reduce vendors. And AI accelerates that purge because a single agent can wipe off the workload of a few, potentially multiple tools. Fifth, AI startups are growing at speeds SaaS just can't touch anymore. We're seeing these companies hit 9 figures in revenue in months, not years. And it ends up resetting investor expectations. If AI can grow next faster with 10x people, SaaS suddenly looks slow and expensive and sometimes bureaucratic and sadly operationally even bloated. Sixth, value is moving down the stack. This action is no longer at the application layer. It's in compute and data and agents and orchestration. SaaS becomes the UI layer the AI sits on. It's thin, replaceable, and no longer the engine driving the work. So no, the SaaS growth collapse, it's not mystery stuff. It's value transfer stuff. SaaS, it's maturing into that steady, stable cash flow type asset. Nothing wrong with that. Utilities are great businesses. They throw off margins, they compound, but they don't really change the world anymore. AI is becoming the new growth engine of the enterprise. And with that shift, founders, companies, employees, we all have that decision. What's going to define the next decades? Do you jump into SaaS? Do you build SaaS and optimize it like infrastructure, tight margins, predictable multiples, real heroics, or do you double down and jump into AI agents that replace the workflow was built to capture? It's outcomes, it's not interfaces. I think one path's going to be more stable, the other's going to be more growth oriented. But don't pretend that SaaS is still like the center of innovation. That's over. I think the market's moved on. Operators feel it, investors feel it, CFOs feel it. This technology stack is definitely reorganizing itself around more autonomy, not software. And SaaS had an awesome run. It was awesome. AI is now taking the baton and running with it.